right,
Yeah,
Dillo?
I believe the same. I think the Seahawks will win the NFC West. I put them above the Niners due to quarterback play, due to coaching, even though I definitely respect Kyle Shanahan. I just think Russell Wilson is too good. He's in the flying high in the prime of his career right now. The thing that gave me hesitation would have been if Tyler Lockett was going to miss an extended amount of time, but he's already expected to play 2 weeks from now against my Philadelphia Eagles. So with Lockett back in the mix, with Josh Gordon getting familiar with this offense, and with DK Metcalf continuing
Mm-hmm.
to step up himself, I mean, you got Jacob Hollister contributing to this offense as well. So yeah, I think if Clowney keeps playing the way he played against the Niners, there's no stopping the Seattle.
Well, all right. Good answers, guys. All right, number 5 here. Reports keep surfacing about Cam Newton's time being up in Carolina. Do you agree that the team should move on? And if so, why?
Dylan, I'm going to let you start off, bud.
All right, I'll go. I'll go after it because I got a lot to say. I just think Cam is. I'll caveat it by saying Cam is probably he's top 5 most talented players in the NFL. Like strictly off potential and talent, what he has been able to do in the league, rushing and throwing the ball, his size, his athletic ability. I truly believe he could play running back, tight end, wide receiver, and he would be pretty good in all phases. He's kind of like a Terrell Pryor in that instance, but even better. And leadership going back to his days at Auburn and winning a national championship and just doing everything he did there, taking care. I mean, who were Carolina's quarterbacks before Cam? Right? You can think of Jake Delhomme, maybe Rodney Peete comes to mind if you're really paying attention. But Cam Newton is far and away the face of the Panthers franchise until Christian McCaffrey came along, and until this season when Cam, you know, we finally saw him become human. You take away the rushing element of his game, and he was decent last year as a pocket passer. Last year, when he went down and he had his shoulder injury, they still went 6-2. He still had a good season. Something about this year and the Liz Frank injury limiting his mobility really took a toll more than the shoulder stuff did. Now that's his performance on the field. I think it's good for Carolina to move on for everything off the field. Okay, Cam was just too much about everything that went on outside of the play. He was always the guy that would break the huddle and he would stay on his knee for an extra second when he didn't really need to, just so the camera would be on him. He's always the guy who he scores and he's got to give the ball to a certain kid in the crowd. And that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. But you're telling me that every time Christian McCaffrey scores, every time one of the receivers score, Greg Olsen scores, he's got to go over there and make sure that they give their ball to the same exact kid? No. They're grown men. They can do what they want to celebrate. You don't have to control the way your teammates celebrate on the field, which is exactly what he did every time. He'd get up, he'd do his stupid Superman celebration after every first down, and I just think it's time, finally, this organization had a quarterback that the rest of the team, not just the fans, because I understand the fans love Cam. They're going to buy the jerseys. They're going to get tickets to come to the game. But the rest of this team actually respects Kyle Allen, not only because he puts in the work on the field, but he doesn't belittle them. He doesn't make them feel – he doesn't try to seem bigger than them, which is exactly – every time Cam would wear his outfits and his scarves and, he had the all-22 thing and just wants to be Peaky Blinders 1 minute, and then the next minute he looks like Medea's, whatever, what have you. And it's just he had his thing, his infamous soundbite after a game where a reporter was asking him how Devin Funchess ran his routes, and Cam goes, "Oh, it's funny to hear a female talk about running routes," and that barely got brought up a little while after he did that whole thing. It just gives you a peek behind the curtain that is Cam Newton. He's not a good guy. He's a jerk, and it's about time that this organization moved on, made Christian McCaffrey the focus of the offense. Ron Rivera finally has a little credibility. So I do think it's a good move to move on from him. Sorry, Dave.
Oh no, you're good. So Camilla Newton will take her modeling career somewhere else to show off those dresses and scars as whatever would have you said. Um, I just it's done, man. He's 0-8 in his last 8 starts. He's 1-9 in his last 10 starts. There's weapons there. This offense is the same exact offense Kyle Allen is using. Same exact one. There's no difference. And actually, if anything, the offensive line is worse for Kyle Allen, and he's still winning or even close to winning games. Cam's not. It can't produce right now. You know what? I think I'm still going to say it. Cam Newton has never mentally recovered from losing the big game in Super Bowl in 2015. I really think that is a problem. He's won everything the first time he's ever done it. I really think losing the Super Bowl screwed him up. And it's carried over now. And if you go look 2 or 3 years ago, guys, Cam Newton was very like he was in with his teammates. He was having fun. Now he's this grungiest looking guy on the sideline. His hair's growing out. He's always got this like whatever dude look. Like he's turned into the loner on the sideline. Whenever he's on the sideline for the team this year, go look. No one sits near him. No one bothers to talk to him. They're around Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen is perfect for this team, perfect for this offense, because Dillon said it perfect. He does his job. He does what he's supposed to do. He doesn't flaunt anything he wants to promote or any of the Superman crap. Cam's done in Carolina. I'm glad for it. Send him to just Chicago so that way he can lose up there to Green Bay.
All right, last one, and I got to run and let my dogs out while you guys are answering this one. So, who is the best running back in the league right now?
Well, right now, in my opinion, the stats can say a lot of different things, and I'll give this to Aaron Jones, is that he's done a very lot with very little. We know about the red zone percentage he has with the little touches, and we know about, I retweeted something Field Yates posted the other day about the most attempts with 5 more rushing yards, and Aaron Jones is right up there. So he's in the discussion, but all-around ability. Can he go between the tackles? Can he catch the ball? Can he go outside?
He does an inside zone running scheme, dude.
I'm just saying, when I think of an all-around running back right now, to me, the best guy is Christian McCaffrey. He can absolutely put that entire team on his back, as he's done all season long. Multiple 100-yard games on the ground, multiple over 50-yard games through the air. He catches just as many passes as their wide receivers do. The defense, every time, knows the ball is going to Christian McCaffrey, and yet, unless you're the Green Bay Packers on the 1-yard line, you just can't stop it.
All right. It's a tie with 2 you just mentioned, Aaron Jones and Christian McCaffrey. Jones is receiving. He's able to rush. He blocks freaking well in the damn pass protection. They both have 14 touchdowns. And, like you just said, Christian McCaffrey is the focal point of the offense. Jones is splitting time with Williams on a lot of games, and he's still producing at the same rate, getting in the end zone. And yards per carry. I can't take that away from him. Also, too, the first time a Green Bay running back has had 3+ touchdown games since Jim Taylor, 1962. That's guys with John Crockett, Dorsey Levens, Edgar Bennett, Amon Green, Ryan Grant, Eddie Lacy. Yeah, there's been quite a bit since then that have had their 1,000-yard marks and their big games, but not since Jim Taylor. So Aaron Jones has been a lot of the reasons why we have a lot of those wins. And just like Christian McCaffrey, he's not the focal point, but Aaron Jones does more with less. And that's why I'm making it a tie, because Christian McCaffrey is still a beast. So it's a tie with Jones and McCaffrey.
And obviously, I want to bring up Dalvin Cook because he is himself having a stellar season. I would just put McCaffrey and Jones above him. McCaffrey because McCaffrey has less of a complete team around him, and Jones because Jones gets much less opportunity than Cook. But Cook should be mentioned right up there.
Yeah. No, definitely. Cook is definitely a top 5 mention, man. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, Cook deserves to be mentioned in there, but I couldn't argue too much either way with the two guys you guys picked. They're definitely probably two of the most well-versed all-around backs in the league, and they contribute to their offense pretty much every week. So
now, let me throw this at you. As for future running backs, and I understand that the team he's on is going to skew your opinion, but going forward, would you rather have Josh Jacobs or David Montgomery?
Josh Jacobs.
All right. Fair enough.
I mean,
David
I like
Montgomery is going to be a busted
pick,
dude.
He might not work out with the Bears because they don't want to use him. All of a sudden, you went from we loved this kid coming out of the draft to he's 1 year with frickin' Nagy in a system that really has never proven to be a running system.
Well,
he's a busted
traded
pick.
Jordan Howard away.
Yeah.
But no, I say busted pick because even the attempts he's gotten, you haven't seen a lot of the stuff you saw Iowa State. That's my problem. Iowa State,
Their
saw
line's
this
terrible.
It does. So was Iowa State. You're talking about
That's going
Iowa
up
State
against
Jay.
guys that never are going to play football ever again. Though these are pros. Big difference.
Either way, David Montgomery is going to be either moving to a different team in 2-3 years or out on a practice squad. He's not going to be what the Bears made him out to be in training camp.
Okay. Well, that's depressing for you to say that all of a sudden. All right, we're going to freaking take break, and when we come back, we're going to give our final thoughts, close out the show, all that great stuff. So we'll be back in just a few minutes here. And if you haven't had enough of our banter tonight, you want to visit NFL Addictions on Facebook.com for all of your NFL banter and debate. It's not a trash talk site, so keep it clean and keep it cordial. That's NFL Addictions on Facebook.com. And if you still have an itch to scratch when you're done with that, you want to visit Raz Addictions on Facebook.com to play their version of the raffle for all kinds of chances at cool prizes. You can even win some cash. Buy a $10 raffle ticket with a chance at $100. That's a chance to win 10 times your money. It don't get any better than that. That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for all kinds of cool prizes. Tell them what you've won, Dave.
I've won everything from NFL tailgating barbecue sets. I've got old school helmets. I've got new style helmets. I've got memorabilia rings. I've got signed banners. I've got signed footballs. I've got everything that Raz Addiction offers, folks. They also have more that I haven't won, which is surprising, but they're cheap, affordable, and they're certified stuffs that you can win. So go ahead and check it out.
That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com. Go there, play, and win. And now it's time for shout-outs.
We have Miss @JulieNoted _PFG NFL writer and co-founder with @Backs Football Guru of @PFG Vibe and PFG Vibecast. Julie is also a cult writer for @Our Turf Football, a women's group of sports writers with having great pieces and is a great sports follow. Also, we have PackToTheFuture.com, where it features us on their podcast sections, where you can get all the things you didn't even know, where you can check out Packers news and check out tickets to the games and even Packer event updates.
Parker Momos is a Packers writer and contributor for Die Hard Packer Fan, a great young writer with a different view of the game and brings a ton of energy and passion to his work. Then you've got @MontyJP231, the founder and host of the Full Monty Football Show every Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern. featured by Nuts and Bolts Sports on blogtalkradio.com. He works hard on Sundays so you don't have to. And follow the rest of the crew too at Greg Cowboys, at Lion Cuban, and at the other George Lopez. Again, that's at MontyJP231 on the Twitter.
We're going to round this out.